Got some breaking news now in the search for a missing 7-year-old. Our Ashlyn Mitchell has been on the scene.
We want to go straight to Ashlyn right now for an update. Ashlyn.
Yeah, Lenise and Shelby, I'm super excited to say that they have found Jackson Hillman. I'm getting choked up because it's been an hours-long search. It's something that people across our area, including our station, have been praying for. And I'm just going to show you, this is seconds after they just made that announcement. His family is obviously overjoyed and deeply thankful. We see people hugging, we see people crying. Just a beautiful scene out here on Odom Road. This is exactly what everyone was hoping for. Now, like I said again, this happened seconds ago. I have not had the chance to speak to his family yet because they are all doing what they need to do, embracing each other and just celebrating at the fact that sweet 7-year-old Jackson was found. So again, we're just taking a look at his family over there. 7-year-old Jackson has been found after a nearly 7.5 hours long search by multiple agencies assisting in this day. So we will have an update from law enforcement. We are about to speak to them once they've spoken to the family. So of course we'll have more details on how Jackson was found and everything that led up to this sweet, joyous reunion for his family. But for now, reporting live in Chunchula, Ashlyn Mitchell, Fox 10 News.
From Mobile, injured in the New Orleans terror attack, is out of the hospital and recovering at home. Alexis Scott Wyndham tells Fox 10 News she was shot in the foot and hit by the truck that plowed through the crowd on Bourbon Street. She talked to our Fox 10's Ashlyn Mitchell about her harrowing experience.
As I was getting up, I was seeing the dead bodies on the ground. Every day I wake up, I'm just like, I just thank God that I'm here.
Alexis Scott Wyndham has a bullet lodged in her right foot and a leg that bears the marks of the New Year's morning attack in New Orleans. A Mobile native, Alexis says she headed out to Bourbon Street on New Year's Eve for a fun night with friends.
We usually celebrate New Year's in Mobile at the Moon Pie Drop. We saw everybody talking about New Orleans, so we decided to go down there for a different scenery. So when we got down there, everybody was having a good time. It was a nice vibe.
But in an instant, Bourbon Street became a nightmare.
Next thing you know, we hear a lot of screaming and we hear a noise go boom, 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 boom. And next thing you know, I looked to the left so fast, I seen a car. He was coming towards me. He had his lights off.
At first, she says she thought the truck was a drunk driver, but she quickly realized that wasn't the case.
When the car got closer, I'm like, no, this can't be a drunk driver because he would have wrecked by now. So it was like he was going like, I'm going to say about 70 miles per hour. He was trying to speed up. He was trying to hit as many people as possible.
Alexis says she was walking on the sidewalk when she was hit by the truck and a flying bullet.
When I tried to run away, I couldn't run on my foot. That's when I knew something was wrong. When I looked down, it was leaking blood.
The bullet hit the side of her left foot. Meanwhile, Alexis says a Good Samaritan took her to the hospital, and when she got there, she says the scene is an image she can't erase.
They even had to call in extra nurses and people that had just got off. They had to call them back in. But I really want to thank the hospital. Everybody was so nice. They made sure I was good.
Alexis says while she was lying on the ground, she couldn't stop thinking about her 1-year-old daughter.
What was that first hug with your daughter like when you got back?
It felt like everything. It just felt like my heart was complete. Like it just, like my heart was like this, and she just brought it together.
Alexis says her friend Brandon Whitsett, a former football player at Viger High School, was also injured in the attack. She says he remains in the hospital in New Orleans and that he is stable, but he has a long road to recovery.
The sheriff's office wants to stress that if any boaters or people on the beaches see anything, to contact them right away and they'll investigate.
The sun has set on the search for Hunter Slazak, a precious 7-year-old boy who captured the hearts of people on the Gulf Coast and beyond.
He's become little Hunter to people on the island.
On November 29th, Hunter, his father Michael, and friend Sam Woolley went shrimping in Pelican Bay, but they never came home. Slazak, who was the head baseball coach at Sims Middle School, and Woolley, a Vietnam veteran, husband and grandfather, were both found dead in the water just south of Dauphin Island the next day. Hunter was nowhere to be found.
The mom wants her son recovered so she can, say a proper goodbye, and we will expend all resources that we have to help accomplish that.
and so launched a fervent search from the land, water, and sky. The tragedy prompting people from far and wide to help bring Hunter home.
It's just something that touched home, and I decided to do it. I have the boat, I have the capability, so we're going to attempt and hope to bring some closure to his mother.
That very quest for closure had many people in tears.
I feel so sorry for the mother there. I really do. Yeah, he hits home.
One local mother, so touched by the search, drove to the water daily to pray for Hunter's return.
When I see another mom that's hurting, I can't not pray.
And then a vigil on Fort Morgan turned strangers into friends as they lit candles and threw flowers in the Gulf to honor Hunter's life.
I know what that feeling is when everything is normal and then it's just yanked out from under you.
Jeff Collier, mayor of Dauphin Island, commends each person who worked from sunup to sundown, sometimes through the night, to look for little Hunter.
We saw it with, residents and businesses bringing food and other supplies to the other first responders that were here. And I just think that's what Dauphin Island's all about, particularly in times of need like that.
A United Cajun Navy pilot says they flew Hunter's mother and Wooley's wife over the search area of Dauphin Island one last time on Sunday. An obituary on the Mobile Funeral Service website reads, quote, Hunter was full of smiles and gave lots of hugs and exemplified happiness. He watched out for others and was so kind. He loved his family, playing sports and being outside. He was so very loved and will be truly missed. While the search is over, Collier says the community has only grown closer.
It gives you a good feeling to know that so many people would step up in a time of need.
And if you'd like to read Wooley and Hunter's father's obituaries, we have them on our website at fox10tv.com. Again, the Mobile County Sheriff's Office encourages boaters and volunteers still looking for Hunter to contact them right away with any leads. Reporting live in studio, Ashlyn Mitchell, Fox 10 News.
I saw your eyes light up when I was talking about Camille Place earlier and how girls have that step one process right after they've been trafficked. They have that source of hope.
Yeah.
Do you wish that you would have had something like Camille Place in your situation?
Absolutely.
While investigators did not recover the gun today, they say their efforts are still ongoing. More about the suspect, police say stabbed a 21-year-old woman on Wednesday in Foley. He pled not guilty to 4 counts of willful child abuse. Investigators' work is far from over. I'm told they have 36 active open cases here at the Mobile County Sheriff's Office. Tonight, police say 1 person is dead and 6 others are injured after a shooting in Theodore. Mobile police say the shooting occurred while the victims were attending a bonfire Friday night.
We were so worried about him. This is lunatic.
It's a sweet reunion for Janelle Smith and their family cat after a fire engulfed their home on Union Avenue.
I've had that cat since he was a kitten, and my babies are definitely attached.
Miracle for an innocent man shot in downtown Mobile. Cody Goff was wounded at Haley's Bar last Sunday when police say he was struck by a bullet not meant for him. His life hung in the balance, but today he was released from the hospital. We spoke to him hours after he was discharged.
I have 25 staples down my stomach. I still have a bullet hole wound that's stapled up, and then I have, the hole where the drain tube is.
Less than a week ago, Cody Goff was lying in the hospital on a ventilator, fighting for his life. Today, he's talking to me from his living room.
I'm 5 days past being on a ventilator, feeding tube. I'm just worried about being alive. I'm worried about loving the people I haven't seen, seeing the people I haven't seen, and talking to people that I do care about.
Goff says he was enjoying a night with friends at Haley's Bar in downtown Mobile when suddenly he saw a man enter the bar waving a gun.
I hear noise and I look over and I see the guy come in and I see his hand up, I see the gun, and then when I went to turn, I realized my right leg gave out because it hit a major vein, and I just started bleeding and I couldn't put pressure on it.
Goff says a man named Elaine Nielsen ran from a nearby bar to help him. Although he didn't know it at the time, this wasn't his first time meeting his Good Samaritan.
It turned out, and I didn't even realize, I went to elementary school with the kid, and it had been years, and after high school he did EMT, and he knew where to put pressure. He knew to look to see if there was an exit wound. He saw people weren't doing what they were supposed to, and he kind of got an order in that situation.
Police arrested Michael Sullivan in connection to the shooting and charged him with first-degree assault. Investigators say Sullivan intended to shoot another person but missed, shooting Goff instead. It's something Goff still has yet to process.
I'm trying my best to not harp on it. Nightmares suck a little bit. I had a couple of those last night, but all in all, I'm good. I'm gonna be good. The fact that I'm alive, I'm good.
In the meantime, Goff has written down a list of names of all of the doctors, nurses, and people who came to his rescue. A list he says he'll cherish forever.
You rely on these people so much for every little thing, things that you're not sure of, you don't even know about.
So what's next? Goff is a local photographer with a love for Mobile and says he'll continue his passions.
We have a large crime rate, and that's sad and it sucks, but majority of the people are good. You have those few bad eggs that spoil the bunch, but don't hold them. You know what I'm saying? Let them spoil it and then get fresh.
With tears in his eyes, Goff wants to remind people to never take life for granted.
The world's not as bad as it seems. The fact that you're awake, the fact that we're FaceTiming right now on news, that shows the glory of how successful the world can be.
Meanwhile, medical expenses are piling up and his family has launched a GoFundMe. Goff says anything helps.
Whatever anybody's willing to do, I'm grateful. Anything, even if it's just prayer or love or compassion or words, that's awesome.
And you can find that GoFundMe on our website by going to fox10tv.com. Meanwhile, the suspect, Michael Sullivan, sits in Metro Jail tonight on a $25,000 bond.